Just want to do a little short video this morning to show you a new project that I'm starting. Eventually it'll be something that I'll give to my son after his 16th birthday for his first Jeep. But it's going to require a little bit of work, so I thought I'd show you what I've gotten myself into. And to be honest, if you have any ideas or suggestions or things I should think about or things you think I should work on first, drop a comment. I'll happily take any inputs, especially if there's any Wrangler TJ owners out there. This is a 1997 TJ, and all my experience is with my JK, so I'll definitely take any thoughts you might have. So like I said, this is a 1997 Inline 4, 2.5 liter manual transmission TJ. It has 204,000 miles on it, more or less. The last owner had it for 3 years, mostly as a beach runner, and only put 1,000 miles on it. But this is what it looks like right now under the hood. So valve cover's got a bit of oil on it, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. I'm thinking the valve cover gasket might be leaking. Not really all that smart on the inner workings of a late 90s TJ, so we'll have to see how that all goes. It should be fun. Paint's got a lot of wear and tear. The whole thing's got a lot of wear and tear. Lots of rust, but no frame destructive rust that I could find. Half doors with some uppers that need a little bit of work. Interior has seen some interesting modifications. This is the button for the horn. The steering wheel button doesn't work, I guess. Interior has not really been upgraded as far as I can tell. They haven't done anything with it much since it came stock. The passenger seat, just there's nothing locking it in place, so that needs to get replaced. Cosmetic mostly on the driver's seat, but probably want to replace that too. You can see it's a hard top. It's got some nice tires on it. Tires are new, about 1,000 miles on them. This hard top's not the original factory top. I don't know when it came into being a part of this Jeep, but it's not held down with the typical mounts. It's just bolted directly to the frame rail, I guess, so I'll have to figure that out later. The speakers work, so the radio works, but some electrical has been done to it at some point. I'll sort through that. This is I vacuumed it out. It was pretty gross, but this is what the inside of the TJ looks like. So there's that. Tailgate works, so that's nice. It's my dog. Say hi, Bradshaw. And then just the other side. There you go. So that's a quick tour of the outside. So if we go down under the Jeep, you can see there's a good amount of rust on the Nerf bar. And I'm gonna try not to make you sick as I do this, but I don't know if you can tell real well, but these Nerf bars are rusted out pretty bad. I think on the driver's side it's actually rusted through, so these are just gonna come off. If I can get the bolts out, so I've invested in a few bottles of PB Blaster because you can see that pretty much anything I want to do is gonna involve hoping that bolts don't break and dealing with rust everywhere. So some other problems down here. I don't know if you can tell well in the video, but I've got a lot of oil dripping at the interface with the transmission and the oil pan. And a missing bolt here for the transmission, but since the transmission and the oil are both 10W30 oil, I'm not sure if it's transmission that's leaking or oil, engine oil. I'm hoping it's engine oil because that would be a lot easier to fix, I think. But I think my first thing I'm going to try to do, and the video's not going to show it very well, but the oil pan has a lot of gunk on it, so I'm thinking maybe the oil pan gasket is what's leaking, causing blowback onto the transmission, which is what was similar to what was happening on my JK. So I think my first thing to do here is to replace the oil pan gasket and see if that makes the issue go away. Previous owner said the oil's
steady in the dipstick, but I'm not so sure if it, hopefully it's like I said, engine oil, but I'm going to check the fluid level in the transmission as well and see if that's it. And I'm hoping it's not the rear main seal, because I'm not anxious to drop the transmission to replace that. That doesn't sound like fun. I don't have a light on at the moment, so I can't really show you, but the starter is really rusty. It works, but I'm thinking that that's something that probably should be replaced as well. I'd love to get your thoughts on that.
Now you're probably thinking to yourself, well, that all sounds great, Ed, but how does it run? How does it sound? It definitely sounds different than my 3.8 liter V6 JK, I'll tell you that. So I'm gonna go start it up and tell you, the starter seems slow to me. I don't think that that's normal. Another reason I think I want to replace the starter, but honestly, I'm not sure. Again, thoughts would be welcome on that. Anyway, I'll go start it up. I'd love to hear your feedback. Okay, well, clearly it's a little bit more of a vibration than when it starts than I anticipated, so I'm going to try that again from a safe distance. Thankfully, my phone didn't get thrown into the fan. So like I said, that's my new project for a while. My hope is to make some videos of what I do with it as things progress. Don't know how that's gonna work, because showing hours and hours of video of being frustrated and snapping bolts is not something I want to show you or to make. So let's hope that it goes well. And like I've been saying, any thoughts you have, comments, suggestions, ideas, I'd appreciate it. First thing I'm gonna try to do is just change the oil and check some of the fluids. And there's a leak in the front differential gasket, so I'm gonna replace that as well. Drain the fluids and change that out this morning as well, if all goes well. So thanks again for your help. I'll keep you updated. Bye.